And we're gonna start. We're gonna be checking the buttons right there. All good. Got this exciting, intense action going on. I must say, I'm really honored to have to be invited to actually talk about SNK games, let alone commentate for one of the biggest SNK related events ever. I'm so glad. Like, this big tournament has been going on. The World Tour has been going around since Hong Kong. It was also in Malaysia as well a few weeks back as well. And it was in the US earlier on. I believe it's also in Monaco at one point. And a few others as well. But of course, the big ones, of course, in Malaysia, because I'm also homegrown Malaysian, and that's our neighbors in Singapore as well. To get to see the best, the brightest fighting as well. Alright, we're gonna start. We're gonna see a big fight right now. Zephyr and Psycho. Let's go, let's go. And they're gonna go through the character selection. And let's go. And of course, I should also mention our supporting partners, Arcade Works, Otaku Games, and TKO. All this setup and everything couldn't have been possible if it were not for the help of the Hong Kong Retro Gaming Club as well. So awesome guys as well. And if you want your retro gaming goodness, do come down to Versus City as well, Retro DNA. Go check out our site, Facebook and everything. But most importantly, check out all the updates for NEOGEO World Tour on NEOGEO World Tour on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and I believe on YouTube as well too. But mostly on the other sites I mentioned, all the social media network. Man, I'm excited. Hope you guys are excited too, because you're going to see the best what Singapore has to offer at this point in time. And I believe we're going through a button check right now, right? Okay, button check. Everyone's all just getting ready because everyone is like excited and nervous at the same time. You never know. Like, this is like the official NEOGEO SNK thing going on. I'm all good. So for those who aren't really sure about the meta that's going on, KOF XIV has gone through some iterations here and there since its release a few years back. And of course, we got new characters coming in like Hyder, Nudge, Blue Mary, and a few others as well. Rock Howard, we've got Vanessa, and a few others as well. Old school characters coming in, Frey, DLC characters, all good stuff. Oh, and Oswald. Who could forget Oswald, the card flopping guy from KOF 11. When he first made his appearance, I got the whole lengthy thing going on, the counterfell attacks. Like, never have I seen such a display of marksmanship. Like, I remember like Gambit from the old games as well, Street Fighter. This one, KOF, it's all good. Like, this is like an original character, lots of cards. That's what I like about, that's the beauty of the KOF games. I like how creative they go, not just with new characters, but also picking characters from the old franchises like Ikari Warrior, Psycho Soldier, Art of Fighting, of course, especially Art of Fighting, and who could forget the very first official King of Fighters game, Fatal Fury, where that's where the title actually came from, you know, for those who don't know the trivia and whatnot. And we're actually going to be starting 3-on-3, Zephyr and Psycho going at it. Everyone's all teams in pad. You can see the, oh dude, this is a, for those who just jumped into KOF 14 for the very first time, this is a beautiful roster with the old school characters, new characters on top like Sylvia, and also Lian as well, and even some obscure characters like Mui Mui and Love Heart from previous SNK games back in the DS and the arcade Pachinko days as well. And of course, we get to see Mai as, okay, for Zephyr we've got Mai, Leona, and Hyder, Leona, Shuei, and Benimaru for Psycho as well. And we're not sure, we're gonna see who the point characters are, which we'll find out later on when the match starts, because everything's on kept secret. I actually want to pick like the Osaka stage, but you know what? Everything's random, doesn't matter. Get to fight in China right now. Alright, so point characters, Zephyr for Hyder, Psycho, we get Leona, both comrades with arms fighting each other. Let's go, let's go! Not those fireballs coming in. This is a the first combo right there. Don't forget, for KOF, we actually have a 3-point system where you have to figure out your points, your middle character, and your anchor. You also got to figure out who will be the best character actually, so aka your backup character. That's what's really complex about this game. From 98 up till now, like this system has always gone through so many refinements in 93, 94. And you can even see the old character. I mean, Hyder himself was the very first character in the first KOF in 94. Now making his return in KOF 14, fighting his student, protege, Leona from KOF 96. There's fireball action going on. He's got a bunch of few moves here, but generally he plays like a very SSU style kind of Gao character. Like a shot character who just fires fireballs, really slow, dash around, go in close. Dashing. Oh, more, the move call. Like father, like daughter going on. And Ivan takes the point. That's Zephyr taking the point right there. Yeah, this is exciting. And this is just the first match. Jeez, I'm so hyped. Holy crap. Okay, now you got Shu A, the new kid on the block. Exclusive for KOF 14. Brand new guy. His powers are basically dashing in air just like that. And throwing a lot of like hand projectiles. Like, actually a very complex character. I've actually talked to a few KOF veterans here and there. He's really hard to use, but his utility and everything. Don't know if he's a good point character. I feel like for middle and anchor, especially when he can burn all that meter, he's really good for that. But then again, you guys trust these players, they know what they're doing, switching it around, or maybe throwing people off, you know. And that's 1 point for Psycho. We've got 2 characters, everyone's down to the 2 characters, and then we've got Leona for Zephyr's side. And we go. Going for the flash, going for the earring. This is a practical move. I mean, in the previous iterations, the earring move isn't that hot, but it has its uses. Just don't use it so much. Just basically do the flashes, do the moon flash, moonsault, attack. Oh, there we go. We're going to go for the red hair. Yes, flashing, all good. Go for the DM. 2 more match. Oh, and I believe Psycho is saving all that meter right there. He's going to go for the max for his point tag, for his blaster. There we go. Last character, but that's a lot of meter he's sitting on, waiting for that. All it takes is just 1 or 2 hits, 1 or 2 mix-ups from Benimaru to make his magic. And of course, he's one of the more high-profile characters in the game. Especially, I mean, apart from the other women like Mai and of course Leona, he's actually been used a lot in KOF 14. Right there. Oh, going for the combo. Right. He's going to push the corner. Alright. You better be careful. Zephyr better watch out if he doesn't want to lose Leona. Oh my god, he actually got away unpunished from that. That is some sick bravery. Oh, he was waiting for that. That recovery. Recovery from the earrings right down to the moonsault. Crazy stuff. And that's point for Zephyr. If he gets 1 more, he advances to the bracket. So Psycho is gonna have to think up of his move. Is he gonna stick? Is he gonna play again? Select the order, or maybe check it or choose different characters. Let's go. Which way is go? Oh, it's gonna do a character select. And of course, like I mentioned before, it's double elimination. 2 and you go forward. You lose 2 points. If you're a loser in that particular fight, you actually go down 1 bracket. And with the losers, if you lose the loser bracket, you're eliminated from the contest. And I believe Psycho's gonna pick different characters. Is he gonna go for a few? Oh no, he seems like he's sticking in the same characters he's been using, or maybe he's changing his point. Oh, he's using the same guys, maybe different characters. Oh, he's actually kind of changing his order up. Should have done that with order select, but you know what? Maybe he just has to go and take a look at the characters screen. You know, maybe do a little double check in case he wants to see characters. But okay, we're actually having the same picks as the last fight, except in a different order. And let's go. God, I love this stuff. Alright, we've got Hydrant and Hydrant going on here. Zephyr and Psycho. Alright, got the projectile out first. Gonna go to the low jumps. Gonna try to close in on that distance. Hydrant's really good at that as long as his projectile is out. And you can just do your shenanigans with your moonsault. Like, unlike other fighting games, KOF, all the charge times are actually lessened by a single second. That makes a whole lot of difference, especially with the shorter timer, the 3-on-3 mechanic, and doing a lot of damage to the combos. You actually want to utilize a lot for fighting, yeah. And that's the EX version of the projectile, where it just travels really slow just to mess up with your opponent's jumping and timing. Better players actually see the telegraph going on, but hey, if you don't know what's going on, yeah, you're gonna get murdered and mauled by Hydrant right here. The official leader of the Ikari Warriors. We're probably going to see a Ralph and Clark fighting going on, maybe, who knows? Because I actually saw some pretty solid Clark players pre-stream. Let's go. Alright, that is 1 point for Zephyr. That was 1 on for Zephyr. He's now Psycho is down 1 character. He's going to move on with Benimaru. Wonder if all that meter he can actually make some magic going on. So let's go. He's got 4 meter. He's got to use it. He's got to use it somehow. Either attack away, just do a blowback, or get away. Just get away somehow. Get away from the corner, man. Come on, come on. You can. Oh no. Okay. He got the boat right there. Oh no. He's got him trapped. He's got him trapped. Oh no. And he's switching sides, or maybe he just miscalculated jumping to that side. Let's go. Low projectile. Right. That's a very tricky dodge. Oh, more attacks coming in. Okay, at least he's got some damage in. He's got to at least deal with Hydra. He's got to have a lot of trouble with Leona, and my interest player is really good. That's what it's really good. In case you guys aren't sure about the meta, my Leona, switch it. Especially since they weren't that good in the past games, KOF 13 and previous titles as well. And now it's down to Hydrant and Leona. And Psycho is down to his last character. He's got to make some magic happen, otherwise he's down to the losing bracket. So let's go. Got a reversal down pat. Oh, there's so much people right there, dude. Come on, use as much as you can. Because Zephyr is using as much as he can with his first character. We're going to see your OCD, man. He might be, oh, okay, maybe not. Okay, there's some hope right there. High tech turn. Now we're going to see a mirror match. Leona, Zephyr, and Psycho. Loser for this goes down to the loser bracket. Got the earring thing going on. I could actually never find that much use for the earring. So it's good. Okay, he was waiting for me to the ground, but so that super that he actually missed. Got the earring down pat. Ooh, overhead, crazy overhead. Oh no, that didn't work. It actually was a little fast with it. It could actually work. But hey, you know what? He is at a very good advantage with the up two characters. While Psycho is down to a pixel, and that is it. 2-0 in Zephyr's favor. Alright, good game guys, but you gotta have to win it somehow. So Zephyr with combo of Hyden and Leona. Good pairing right there, and we're all good. And let's see who is next. That was some really good fighting right there. We're gonna see a bit of a checking out the replays right here. I've always thought that having the Ikari team would be really cool if you can, but it may not be a tournament viable, but it would be more characteristically flavored viable if you can have like not just Leona, Hyden together, but also Ralph and Orkard somewhere in the middle. Because I know you gotta pick your tournament winner characters, but hey, props to Zephyr for getting 2 points. He's gonna be moving on, and he will be fighting Sky, one of our top KOF players in Singapore, in round 2. But for now, we're gonna see who is gonna be fighting Psycho in the losers round. So we're just gonna go on from there, and I believe we are going to move on to round 2. This should be good, definitely. And we're gonna have Sky fighting against Zephyr again, of course. Yeah. So our previous winner from the last fight, which you just saw, is gonna be going against Sky. There's gonna be some really fun action going on. Just starting. I thought that was more of a bloodbath, the first one, because Zephyr knew what he was doing. Psycho, not too sure. I think his first character, getting mauled by OTV and whatnot, mauled by his first character, crazy stuff. And let's not forget, this tournament is brought to you by the NEOGEO World Tour. You can check it out on Facebook, you can check it out on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and also YouTube. And if you come down to Versus City, you can see the hallways are really packed. Unfortunately, there's no camera for me to show you all this, but you have to take my word for it. Like, all this crowd, all this intensity, all this energy right here. Crazy stuff. The hallways of the Versus City might be pretty small, but the energy just cannot be contained. It's unlimited energy, like an unlimited fighter. An unlimited tour right there. While the fighters are all preparing to set up, maybe I could try to drop some knowledge bombs here and right there. So the poster were actually here. I can't show it to you right now because we don't have a camera. The poster we're using right now for the Singapore side, which is a nice little big banner of all the artwork and all that from NEOGEO Battle Coliseum. Got characters like Hanzo, Kuma and Mudman from the World Heroes. World Heroes Perfect, World Heroes 2, World Heroes 2 Jets. Those are my favorite wacky fighting games back in the day. Good old ADK did all that, as well as one of my favorite titles as well, Twinkle Star Sprites. That was a very classic SNK / NEOGEO game. I used to play a lot of that. Imagine a two-player shooter, split screen, fighting each other in puzzle shooter glory. You gotta try to fill up your opponent's screen with as much stuff as possible. That game is actually it's actually going to be in the mini NEOGEO. That is coming out. I'm not sure when. SNK has yet to actually announce it. But pre-orders are being taken down right now, so you can go to SNK's site. You can go to NEOGEO World Tour to also find out more information, not just about the mini NEOGEO, but also about the tournament that is happening right now. Like, I believe the finals will be happening in Hong Kong. To repeat myself, KOF 14, the winners for KOF 14 and KOF 98 today will get to fly off. Sorry about that. The fighting is happening right now, so let's go. So we got Sky and Zipper. Oh, button check. Right. Sorry, got a little too excited right there. So we're fighting right there. So as you all don't know, Sky is actually one of the top players for KOF. For most of the KOF, 98, 2002, Unlimited Match, and even 13 as well. And Sky, he actually went off to MLG for KOF 13 at one point. I believe it was a few years back. Thank you, Andre, for that piece of information. Yep. And yeah, let's fight. Let's go. Let's see who goes. He is actually on Tara Zien, who is also he was also a pretty good KOF player, KOF 15 player back in the day, before Street Fighter and all that. Stage select. And I'm sure each of you players will actually know who Zien is in the EVO, in the fighting game circuit. But now we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Match of the Millennium. Right here, Sky vs Zephyr for winners round 2 of the SNK World Tour Singapore Stop KOF 14 tournament. Let's go! Let's go! Right. Got pick up K-Dash, Kukui, and Vice. And Zephyr is going to go for his same pick, Leona, Kula, and Mai. Oh, no, sorry. He actually changed up. He changed Haiden to Kula. Maybe he was experimenting a little bit in the first match, but hey, we're going to see some crazy stuff from K-Dash. That's his own character. Holy crap. Dangerous stuff, yeah. And here's the crazy thing. That guy is actually not playing his main. He's actually just testing out some of his characters just for, just to test the waters, crazy stuff. And K-Dash takes a point from Zephyr for this one round, but don't say it out just yet. Let's go. K-Dash to be Vice, let's go. Let's do the whole Iron Spike, Iron Trigger. Oh man. K-Dash, the master of violent fighting style. This cool name for his moves. Fighting against his sister, paternal sister, Tula, who is a nice powered character. Cool stuff. And we got that really awesome What's that DM where he actually picked out his cage, beat the crap out of you, the kingdom come, and there you go. That was all his beaten gods just to kill off Kula. And now Zephyr is down to one character, down to Mai, so let's see how he fares against one of the gods of King of Fighters in Singapore. Let's go. Gonna do a heavy attack. Oh, that's very staple for Mai, like a heavy attack where you have to jumping high or low. But is that even enough for the legendary Sky, who is playing Korea right now? The legendary K-Dash player as well. Who is actually using his main? That's the crazy thing. Oh, he's got that little UC punch going on, the 1-inch, and the combo right there, back to the corner. Holy crap, going to do a throw. You gotta do a mix-up. Oh, he did, and actually avoided it. Zephyr actually avoided that crazy mix-up. No, he's not gonna take it. Oh no, he could have actually capitalized. Gets converted to damage with a sweep. That's all he gets, a sweep. And he's playing it like Street Fighter. You can't play it, like you gotta play it as a different game. You gotta play it as a KOF game, dude. No way. Zoning and footsies aren't enough. You gotta capitalize on the meter. And that's one round for Sky. Hopefully Zephyr can capitalize on that. And he's actually gonna go back to play his same characters. We're gonna go round 2. Second time's the charm, right? Second time's the charm. Wait for the loading. See, we got a little achievement right there. Our tribals by blood. That's good. I really love the creative names for the little tags for the achievements for KOF 14. And there we go. We gotta do some sub hops right there. Zephyr getting a combo in, waiting for K-Dash to be get in the recovery state, but apparently that's not enough. Now K-Dash out of the corner. Guy's out of the corner. Going to see some fireball action right there. Baltic launcher and minute spike triggers, iron shell. Oh, let's go. Oh, that is a recovery right there, and that's some good combo damage right there from Zephyr. He's got to play really careful for not using one of the legends. Let's go. Oh, that is good. Just one hit right there, just waiting for that, buffering that for the little trigger right there. That's a cool spike. Oh, and that is one fireball in the face, and that is it for Leona. Now Zephyr is down to Kula and Mai. Let's hope he can actually pull off some miracles before he gets obliterated with all that meter that guy can actually pull off. Oh, he's actually rolling out one meter, but you know, we'll see how that goes. But Zephyr has a lot of meter, so he can definitely capitalize. Oh, we'll see this. The guy may have to be a little bit careful, and we'll see how that goes. Oh, and K-Dash is down for the count. Now Sky is down to quickly. Oh, Sand Fella, how you doing? One of the new characters from KOF 14, very tricky playstyle. Very tough to do, but he's very good at this, very good. And doing a lot of quick channelings and shenanigans like you just saw right there, like Kula does not know when to actually press buttons or even press buttons at all. But he is actually doing so well. He's just actually trying to stuff out the so going for a max. Oh, down to max mode. Oh, max mode for 50 is done. Now we get more damage, and I don't know if he can survive this. Oh, he's going for an overhead. Oh, that's very tricky right there. Very tricky stuff. With that teleport. Oh, and that is it. Oh, one more mix-up. Oh, that's very tricky. He has some good blocking right there. But Zephyr persevered and managed to take down Kukri. Now, Sky is down to Vice, and who is a partner of the show. Makurin, who is obviously tailored after Mayan Monster. This lady, I think she might be, no, probably not Scarlet Johansson, because at the time Scarlet Johansson was a kid when Vice was created. Take what you will. Let's not forget, Vice herself, she has been improved since the past game. She's one of those very grab-happy characters. Like, just drag you in with that, a little move right there, and then just do a bunch of combos, and then combos to a grab. But not as strong as Clark, but she has her own tricky moves. And a charge, a negative edge, yeah. Now it's down to now both heroes, both Sky and Zephyr, both fighters are down to their last characters. And that is still 1 point, it's actually match point for Sky. If Zephyr managed to pull through, he has to fight Sky again. There you go, a lot of hopping, a lot of crazy attacks here. There's not fan out. Mine's jumping around like a madman here. Crazy. He's gonna have to zone him out. And can you catch? Oh, he got blocked after that. And that is it. Sky proceeds to round 3. Good game. Zephyr, you played your best, but now you're gonna go down the loser bracket, and we'll see what happens from there. And Sky, still definitely cementing his role, showing the young kids how it's done. Cementing his legend as a KOF legend, one of the KOF gods of Singapore. Who, as I mentioned before, can actually go toe-to-toe with Jen back in the KOF days. All the practice and things going on. I guess you could say both of them are pretty close friends, practicing with each other and whatnot. So now, this is Sky's territory. Should we see dominating by that, or are we going to see a new player coming in the range? We'll have to find out much later. So now we can check out the brackets right here. We have Taiko Kia versus Orphan. We have Sleeping God versus Hero Fury. We've got GM and ZR fighting against ZR Faisal SG. And whoever loses in this next tournament, they're going to be bumped down to losers bracket. While the organizers are calling off the players, I can actually talk about the many sponsors we have here. Quite a lot actually. Retro DNA versus City. And of course, supporting partners, Arcade, Omega Works, Otaku Games, and TKO. Pico or TKO? Who knows? Tickle, tickle. You got some little jokes going on the outside there. That's awesome stuff. While the place is setting up, yeah, let me talk about the artwork that they're actually using for the banner here. We're actually using the NEOGEO Battle Coliseum artwork. So we've got Mai, Marco, Halbaru, all different characters. So if you have your favorite SNK or NEOGEO game, like whether it's King of Fighters, Samurai Showdown, Pickle Star Pride, or whether you like Mark of the Wolves and NEOGEO Battle Coliseum, go ahead and just talk on the Twitch chat room and everything. Talk on Twitch, just show your shout out. If you want to spread the word about the NEOGEO World Tour Tournament, just go hashtag NEOGEO World Tour. That is NEOGEO WORLD TOUR. NEOGEO World Tour hashtag. And of course, if you want to show your support for your local retro gaming community, go support us on hashtag RetroDNA. That is RETRODNA. And of course, if you want to physically come down and support Versus City, not only can spread the word via hashtag Versus City, that's hashtag VRSUSCITY, but you can also come down to the address 241 Bishan Street 22. That is 241 Bishan Street 22. You can come down, mingle around, play some games like the awesome, fabulous KOF 14 that we're playing right now, watching right now. And yeah, we're going to be starting in our next match for winners round 2. Taiko Kia, aka Jasper, cool guy all around. You can see his name, she's been around the not just the KOF but also the Street Fighter scene since 2008 and even older than that. And now we got Orphan as well fighting against him. Relative newcomer. So I believe they're going to do some button checking here and there. And we're going to go. Alright, so are we button check? Okay, we're going to go straight to the match. Stage select. Well, stick around. Unfortunately, the switching was so quick I couldn't actually see the characters, but we get to see the characters when the round starts. So, Taiko Kia is actually going to go against Orphan. Let's see if his lessons are going to be paid off, you know? Alright, so he's got K-Dash on one side, and you got 2A in one point. Shoot A, yeah, there we go. One's a veteran, and the other, oh, this is talking by talking to not more appropriate. One of the veterans was fighting the community against. Let's go from there. Team A trying to put our pressure right there with the hands and the fighting. Blue and the red hands. Oh, that's crazy. He's trying to go for the uppercut. He's actually trying to do it. More damage. Trying to dash, trying to do a mix-up. But it's back in the corner. That may not be good. Okay, more short hops, Okay, the iron trigger there in the fight. Gotta get all those triggers and out just to do a super game. And there we go, capitalizing with this DM. The one level DM. More punching. Just keeping it away. There we go. My four characters, they're actually all rounders. Team A and K-Dash. It's just that one happens to be a little tougher to implement and use than the other. And oh, we are down to beat the main man, you know, the Fatal Fury series. Oh, the replicant and stuff in the counters. You gotta be careful. Oh, okay. Orphan is balling Taiko right there. Right back in the corner. Right, a few punches here and there. Oh, there we go. Let's weekend. Oh, what do we do for that hard escape? Burning that meter just like that. But hey, Jasper right there is enough 3 enough. That's finding a time to actually go into max mode. Go in, get me in the air. Don't forget, 2A can actually do some cross-ups on his own by dashing in the air any way he wants. But again, it's really tough to use in that sense. And yeah, he takes down Tune. Now Orphan is down to Robert and his other anchor character. Let's see how that goes. Down to Robert and Yuri. While Jasper is down to Keith and Yuri. So let's go. Alright, going for the air attack. More kick. Come on. Oh, that fireball just jumped out. We actually blew it. Coming. So we got to do a little short hop. That's why short hops are very, very important. You gotta learn how to pull it off on the fly. So you can actually just jump in really quick and do a combo. As what Orphan has been doing right here, has been showing. Or maybe Jasper's mind is trying to while all these fun fair things are happening in the background. The scary looking cat right there jumping around. So scary as Yuri himself with his native nature and his Orochi powers. It's like everyone's just watching while not getting the context of the entire backstory of both Robert and Yuri. Yuri is a portrait soul, I gotta admit. Great basis player, as a girlfriend, crazy as heck, crazy AF. Now actually with the uppercut, alright, going there. He's doing the three-hit lotus attack. Oh, goes for overhead. Did he capitalize? Oh, he did not. Robert actually went in. Alright, just a few more footsies right there. Oh, he's got the uppercut now. He actually saw that short hop coming. This was some good reflexes from the veteran. So, old H has yet to catch up on you now, huh? Now, down to the final round. Yuri, mirror match. Yuri's got team leader right there. Oh, he's going to capitalize on that, and that might be a dead Yuri. And there we go. That is a dead Yuri right there. And that is 1 point. 1 point for Orphan. Jasper is going to have to catch up, though. So we'll see how that goes. But it's okay. He's got like one more. It's still best 2 out of 3. First 2. Go from there. And as we mentioned, don't forget the KOF 14 prize for first place is very, very awesome. Sponsored trip to go to Hong Kong to fight in the finals against the best prizes for KOF 14. We're talking China, we're talking Hong Kong, we're talking all nations, America and South America and whatnot. All the best fighters all fighting. And this tournament is going to determine who's the best of the best. And here we go. 2A just going the offensive. Orphan not giving Jasper enough time to breathe. Oh man, but Jasper's actually trying his best. He's really trying his best. The iron figures. Short hop all around. Right? Fist in the face, yo. Fist in the face. I gotta admit, that color scheme for K-Dash, he just reminds me a bit. He's actually less fighter, less fighting violence, and more of a standing for the village people. Let's go. And 2A, this is original colors with his the millennial KOF fighter with his headset and his wearing his jacket out there, you know, trying to cater for him. And he actually stuffed out that DM right there. Puts the face with short hop and a combo. One character down for Jasper. Now it's down to the almighty Geese. That's only can actually do him justice. Let's go. More heavy attacks. More standing Bs right there. More standing Cs. More short hops right there. Oh, that is really crazy. That was a very hard combo to pull off the side right there in the corner. But it's a crazy thing. You need to actually make this combo as a bread and butter, especially when you're using a really hard character like Shune. Going in right there. Crouching low kick. Back in the corner. This is a very precarious spot right there. More hands right there. He can actually just stand there, but he actually just jump in because Jasper's not utilizing the decent counters, or maybe he can't read it in time. But it's okay, he's got one more character going on. Now, we might see an OCT, who knows? Let's got full meter right now, maximum meter right there. He could at least take A down. He could take down one of Orphan's characters. Alright then, more fisting. More power of the flame. The power of the flame compels you. The power of the flame compels you. Here. Oh, more attacks, more short hops, combo to that air special. Let's go. Being careful. He's waiting for him to jump up. Do a cross up. Not okay, high jump. Oh, that's crazy. Oh man, one more. Oh man. Back in the corner. This is not too good. Okay, he's actually getting out. That's good. He's actually putting out a fair fight. Not putting out a fair fight. Let's go. More attacks. Hey, right there. Oh, a little grab right there. Go. Oh, more jumping attack. Orphan seems like he's gonna take it. It's gonna be okay, maybe not. I mean, okay, there we go. And that is it. Jasper goes down to the losers bracket. That's a good fight, but Orphan is showing off his metal and potential right there. As a I don't really actually hear his name that much. I mean, compared to Sky, Legend, and Andre, but still. Really good to actually see new blood coming in, or at least semi-new blood. But hey, Jasper's now knocked out to losers. And let's go from there. Maybe he's better off organizing more than playing, huh? So maybe better luck next time. We'll try to practice. But it's not out. He's not out of the woodworks yet because losers round, a lot of people can make a lot of crazy comebacks. Maybe you're gonna see a lot of things coming in. And now we have Sleeping God fighting against Neo Shoot. Leo Shiori. Not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but Leo Shiori. Yeah. Alright. Sleeping God and Leo Shiori is up next on round 2. This is gonna be a pretty awesome fight right there. For those who don't know, next to Sky, there are other players who actually are around, have been playing consistently, not just KOF 98, not just KOF 2002 Unlimited Match, but also KOF 14 and KOF 13. Andre, aka Sleeping God, happens to be one of those players as well. He's actually through and through from 98 up till now. He's always been a very consistent Robin player. No matter his quirks, his flaws, he always tries to make Robert Garcia works. Man, I almost messed up there. Not Robert Sakazaki, Robert Garcia. Future girlfriend and probably future wife of Yuri Sakazaki if he actually puts his act together. Man, I really, the cool thing about KOF is not just the fighting, not just the complex system, the 3-on-3 strategic battles, but also its lore. I mean, dude, I actually play more KOF compared to other games because of the story itself. I mean, you've got Rio, you've got Robert, you've got Yuri, all these guys from Art of Fighting. And of course, if you pay attention to Buriki 1, that's also, Robert is also there. I'm sorry, Rio is also there, except he calls himself Mr. Karate and Don Zagregi, like his dad. Takuma Sakazaki, also from KOF, but unfortunately he did not make his appearance here. He's letting his son and daughter and his family friend, carry the Kyokugen Karate name. Kyokugen. I mean, I also wonder if they actually put in a Master of the Wolves character like Rock Howard inside, are we going to see Marco Rodriguez coming in as well? No, I'm not going to use his US name. His US name is like kind of silly. It's going to be called Marco Rodriguez for life. Let's go. I think we're going to do a little button check right here. Okay. And we're actually going in the fight. Let's go. That is an awesome title screen right there. Coming in, and he's going to go picking his characters. Sleeping God is going to go for... What's he going to go for? Oh, he's going to go for that fangirl. That Fatal 3 fangirl, Alice. Leo Shiori, Kuki, Nelson, and Whip. And Sleeping God's gonna pick Alice, Robert Garcia, of course, and Rock Howard. Arguably one of the better DLC characters that came out. So between all the 8 new DLC characters, as far as I know, the tier concept goes, definitely Rock Howard, definitely Nudge, and in some cases maybe even Vanessa, but maybe the meta has changed for this. But I know consistently for Nudge, Hydrant, and Rock Howard, they're all full start, and the matches go. It's a go. Sleeping God versus Leo Shiori. That's it. Let's see if there's some crazy stuff going on. I don't recall Alice actually being up there as on the trade, but we'll see how that goes. I could be wrong. Then again, this is the guy who actually has to KOF day in, day out, and a lot. He goes in and out, so you're gonna see, if he's gonna pick an esoteric character, you're gonna see some magic happening. Like, who knows, could be the clue that I totally got the whole skill thing happening. So let's go. Right, Kuki is actually putting in a lot of pressure right there against Alice. Okay, she's jumping in back and forth. Rather than just wait for opportunity. I believe Alice right here. I think Kuki got building up some battery, building up some mirrors right there. But it's actually a natural for some reason. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was a very, very bad lead, and that is it. One character down. Just slowly knocks one character down. Now he's down to Rocket Robert. But hey, I think there's enough amount of people that actually built up for the kill. So I actually see it being spent right here. Oh, that's free user right there for Sleeping God. Gonna see some magic. Just gotta get through and figure out what shenanigans Kiki is gonna do. Very tricky guy with send attacks. And the overhead as well. That overhead, you don't see it coming, it's crazy. Oh, he actually went to max mode and he's capitalizing on that. There we go. We got see more meters. He will score just like his grandpappy right there. He's his father. Like father, like son. Let's go. With some of Terry's moves as well. That's Rock Howard, the power of Rock Howard. The bloodline of evil runs deep within this hero. And the blood of Rock curls within the veins of Sleeping God, where he's awakening. Oh, going for more short hops for Kuki right there. Oh, more stand attack. Oh, that's so tricky. Back and forth. He does not know which way to block. One hit and that's it. Now it's down to his last character. Andre is down to his last character, Robert.
Round 3. Ready?
Let's go. Oh, what's happening? It's a very risky move right there because that air attack, that air dive kick, block it. Oh, it's gonna get eaten. It's gonna eat something. Oh, what happened? That would be the bounce. Not a good move right there. So he got my blow back. It's not too bad. More blow back. Gonna let the fireballs do the work. Oh, that's a very good read right there. Actually managed to stuff down quickly, with at least a little bit of health. Could we see an OCG in the making? Already a last man standing thing? I got Nelson going on. I don't actually see this character that much. It's like Fury, K-Dash, and all the females that almost the same characters like Nakamura and Love Heart. Crazy things have happened. Let's see what magic this boxer can do. Take some lessons right there. He's got some really unique moves. Everything just changed from one move to another. And it's really good with the dashing and whatnot. Oh, that's a bad roll. Two right there. Oh, that's it. Alright, that's one round for Leo Shuri. Hopefully, Sleeping God can pull through.
Round 1. Ready?
I believe we're gonna go through a character change right here. As per rules, whoever loses first round of a match gets to actually change his character and go from there. Or you can choose to stay on with your same selection. Who knows? We can go from there. And of course, if Leo Shuri actually loses the last match, he can actually pick up his he can pick up his member order or even his actual members and characters. And there we go. We're gonna see all the stops being pulled right there. Love Heart, Rock Howard, and Master. Marilyn Monroe, Rock, and a pirate. A pirate and two evil people. Well, sort of. I mean, Rock is more or less a anti-hero sort. And of course, how appropriate, we're picking the Geese Tower, where Rock will probably feel a bit awkward fighting, considering that Geese Howard is his dad. Right, this is a pirate action, picking the very strange color scheme right there. This is like ABBA 2.0, like with the platform boots and everything. Like someone you see out of a penthouse club or something. Man, have some decency. Love Heart. Oh, we're gonna see that handshake right there, a famous move, crouching high punch, and just combo from there. You gotta do some simple stuff, and an overhead, and jumping attack. I think the Sleeping God is keeping things really simple. You gotta watch out for this tricky shenanigans from Kuku. He's getting so much pressure. Oh, that's so tricky. I think both characters are just playing it safe right now to proceed. And that's 1 point. That's one character down for Sleeping God. Yoshori is still keeping Kukui around. Now we're gonna see a lot of crazy stuff happening. Because Metro is also one of those characters being used in tournaments a lot because of her utility. And especially when she's actually an anchor character. She can do so much damage. So much crazy damage. Oh, and that's tricky a despair attack. He wants to jumping and then when he press attack. It's super fast. Especially the low one. It's pretty recoverable. It's very fast recovery right there. Oh, actually feel where the teleport is going. And just stuffing up the damage right there. Just low kick. And both heroes, both players are down to both new characters. And that's good. Alright, low attack. More punches from Nelson. Right there. Oh, Going for the uppercut. Oh, back and forth. Oh, the gut strike. Oh, another gut strike. Easy. Going back. Oh, combos right there. Putting it in the corner and going tapping off the DM. Oh, that's so fun. A lot of damage. Holy crap. That's crazy damage. Let's hope that Mr. can somehow try to capitalize. Oh, you can actually punish that. No, not really. That's going to be more mixed up of her own, of his own. If you got trying to shift her up. But oh, that's actually a really soft up attack right there. Both characters seem to hit their attacks. Trading in the damage with Nelson being in the lead right here. Now, Sleeping God is down to one character. Let's see how it's going to work out here. Oh, just jump in, try to jump in, followed by a short hop. More of that dashing attack. And it's really easy to react towards Nelson's dash. It's a really good Nelson player, he's tough to use as well, but you get these small buttons, know which attack is low and which high and which to combo. He can be a pretty good middle and a pretty good angry character. Especially in Burn All It Neutral for that combo finale we saw at the last match. Oh, now we're going on. More rushing attacks from Rock Howard. He'll go for a low attack, trying to fish out those attacks. Oh man, that's crazy. He's going for the point blank DM and another short hop, and that is it. Sleeping God will go down to the loser's bracket. 2 points for Leo Shiori. Better luck next time. Hopefully he can climb up the loser's bracket. Go from there. And I believe, let's check the brackets. I believe everything's all more or less settled out right here. We've already determined who is going to move on to round 3, which is Sky, Orphan, Leo Shiori. And we're going to find out in the last match, in round 2, where we see GM fighting against VR Faisal SG. I love it when the band goes together, how these matches just go on the flow. Alright. Again, if you're just joining in, thanks for joining us. This is the NEOGEO World Tour Singapore stop for the KOF 14 tournament. The winner will be determined in this particular showdown right here at Versus City at 241 Bishan Street 22. As well as the friends at Retro DNA. This is me, your commentator, Mr. Toffee from the Last King Podcast. Check out our show at soundcloud.com/LastKingPodcast. And here's the crazy thing. You're going to see a lot of crazy KOF 14 action going on right here. You're going to see the best and brightest. If you haven't seen it, you should come down right now. Yes, come down right now. We actually had a lot of matches going on right now. Previously, we actually had Sleeping God playing against Leo Shiori. That was a really tough match, but Leo Shiori actually pulled through 2-0 against Sleeping God, who is actually a really renowned Robert player. But unfortunately, Leo Shiori has a lot of tricks, especially with Kukri and Nelson, a character you don't see that often in KOF tournaments. Compared to compared to Nelson's style, Zarina. Of course, no one bothers with Banderas because nobody likes ninjas who aren't hot and aren't female. Case point, my. Oh, what's going on? Oh, holy crap. Alright, so we have GM and VR Faisal. We actually have the first player right here who is pulling out keyboard right there. Give it up for VR Faisal. Job well done. Show us how it's done. Show us how it made off. And of course, I gotta thank the one and great SNK for pulling off this spectacular feat for this year, the NEOGEO World Tour Tournament that previously happened in the US earlier this year, as well as in Malaysia last month, if I recall, or this month, last month, and of course in Hong Kong as well too. Taipei, Taiwan as well, and Monaco. All these locations for all the best KOF fighting right there. Not just for KOF 14, but if you're also old school, you can also check out the KOF 98 tournament happening later on after KOF 14. And they're actually selecting characters, so doing a button check. Okay, button check still going on. Have patience, you're gonna see more joysticks versus keyboard action going on. This is the first of the tournament, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't matter whether you're using a pad, doesn't matter if you're using a joystick, doesn't matter if you're using a keyboard. You get to, if you're good with what you're using, you use it. You go all the way, you go the distance, you go the mile. Who cares? Don't let people tell you, oh, you gotta use a joystick. Doesn't matter what you use. We're in this day and age where anyone and everybody can play with anything they want, even a fishing controller if you wanted to. A Sega fishing controller, a NEOGEO pad, a NEOGEO even a mini NEOGEO pocket controller if you want to. I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, having just 2 buttons to work with, sure, go ahead. Be my guest. And of course, the NEOGEO World Tour is not just about advocating the awesomeness of KOF, the King of Fighters, not just his crazy storyline, not just his fantastic gameplay, but also about the brand itself, where they talk about the NEOGEO Mini that is coming out this year, hopefully. But we know we're taking pre-orders right now, and let the match start. Here we go. There, everyone's all setting back to GM versus GR50 XG. I'm not going to say that, I'm just going to call him GR. That's much easier. Or if you're Canadian, ZR. So you've got Iori, Hydran, and Kula on one side, and Iori, Robert, and K-Dash on the other side. And they're picking the point characters and the stages. This is going to be a pretty standard match. I'm not saying the match is going to be boring, but it's going to be pretty standard considering the pick of characters here. I'm surprised for now I haven't seen a Kim character. I haven't seen Kim being used yet, and he's actually one of the more A-S tier characters in this game as well, as in the past KOF games. Now we've got Robert and Kula going at it. GM as Kula and GR as Robert. Let's go. All the low kicks are happening with the short hops and whatnot and the combos. The ballerina pose right there. Wait for the heavy attack. Oh, he's back in the corner. But Robert is going to keep her in the corner. Stay down there. I know your brother. He's finally Kula's tight here. Kula's Ice, unlike that movie in from Vanilla Ice. Just imagine if Kula Ice was actually related to Vanilla Ice in some way. Would Kula be doing some rap battles like, oh, I like Pansy. My sister is Foxy. My brother is Kiki. Okay, I shouldn't pull off raps like this. Oh, that is a whiff uppercut, and Kula did not capitalize on that. And that's a trade right there with Kula going down. GM is down. He's going to use Hydran next in the next round for this. Out of the shadow comes the leader of the Ikari Warriors. And I don't think Robert's going to give him time to actually throw all this other stuff. You do not want Hydran throwing out those lancers, Stormbringers, yeah. You do not want those Stormbringers coming out. But luckily, Robert has 5 balls on his own just to cancel them out. You do not want that happening. And he's actually building up meter right there. Oh, now Hydran's at max load. He has the max load, and he can't capitalize on that. But he can still use his fireball to get in slowly. And actually, yeah, managed to take down ZR's other character, Robert. Now both fighters are down to their 2 players, their 2 characters, for the first round of the NEOGEO World Tournament, KOF 14 tournament. Thank you for a stop. Let's go. Oh, got that combo in right in the corner right there. Oh, got the iron punch, what's that, the 1-inch, the uppercut. And ZR is out of meter, so he's got to make sure to keep stuffing him out right there. And that's a lot of meter GM is sitting down on. Hopefully he can capitalize that with Iori. Because once he has Iori and quite a bit of meter, a lot of meter, there's a lot of damage to just pull off with Iori. Alright, more. But the figures are coming up. More heavy attacks coming in. More 5-ball. GM's back in the corner. The 5-ball's not going to have any of that. Combos it straight into the iron spike. Sorry, the GM spike. The sword spike. More uppercuts. I wonder what the GM stands for. Grandmaster? No. Or General Max? Oh, going for that very patented overhead move. Right? More short hops. More short hops. Ooh, where's that? Oh, that's not possible. And ZR actually took 1 round. Just 1 more for him to advance until we hit the losers bracket, and then he gets kicked out. But for now, we're still in the winners bracket, where we have GM and ZR Faisal coming in, fighting against each other. And there's no character change. GM's going to stick to his pick. He's going to see maybe he needs to actually just compose himself. He needs to compose, figure out what went wrong. Like, is he gonna play a little defensive, or is he gonna go all offensive Kula Diamond right here? Oh, going for the low hit twice, not just once, but twice. More ballerina attacks. And Robert actually got the grab right there. Not on the joystick, mind you, but GR Faisal is fighting on a keyboard. Really safety stuff. And don't forget, we're in the year 2018. Any controller goes. Doesn't matter how good you are. Doesn't matter if you're a joystick aficionado. You can do anything and anyone. Yeah, go from there. Coming in, going more for those overheads. Man, short hops are a thing in KOF. And everyone, every player, if they want to win, they gotta maximize the usage of the short hop. Oh, going more for a heavy attack from the air. Going for the slide. Actually punishable, but I think that's a good distance, you know. Oh, actually went for the escape. Emergency escape. More fireballs coming in. Oh, he went for the low hit. GR Faisal actually showing some really depth and awesome Robert play right there. Hiding comes in from the shadows, down to GM is now down to 2 characters. But I think we're gonna see GR Faisal probably killing off his character. He's gonna try at least build up some meter at this point in time. I mean, unless he's super confident to take down Hayden at this point in time. Oh, apparently he is! He's going to max mode right now. Oh, going for the kick, the million dollar kick, right? $1 million baby. Come on, go, Mr. Garcia, you can get out through this. Too bad you can't buy your way out this one. Robert. Military might for the win. Now GR Faisal is down to K-Dash. And hopefully he's built, I don't think he's built up enough here because he actually used it for the last match. At least one, at least something at the very least. So it's not all got lost. Now we see GM sitting on a pile of meter, hopefully waiting for that time to actually use it to kill off K-Dash. More folks. And he's trying to go for that 1-inch punch combo right there, but Hayden actually saw through it. Going for the finger bang, and going for the hand. Goes to Hex, or now Heaven in this case. Or the phone hand, yes. More Stormbringers. You do not want Hayden throwing out the slow Stormbringer, because that's a lot of opportunity for Victor right there. And that's a lot of health gone. K-Dash actually got the win right there. Crazy stuff. The damage output is crazy for these characters. The GR Faisal knows when to actually come in. And then now, GM is down to his last character, and he makes some miracles happen right here. But let's not forget, just because you're down to the last character, it also depends who your anchor character is. Fury, with 5 max meter, last character, he's actually one of the better guys that can do a lot of damage output, provided you can put your opponent down back to the corner. More fireballs, right there. Going for the fast stuff, so he's just baiting for him to jump in late. So he can do an uppercut or just a follow up with more moves from there. Oh, more shaking and maneuvering. And it's down to 6 health right there. GR Faisal, he's got 2 meters, he could actually finish it off. But even if he actually got K-Dash killed off, he can actually do that just fine. Oh good, one more mix-up. He actually just waiting for the uppercut. Oh, he actually just jumped away in case he already did an uppercut and he actually capitalized. But that's it. Good round right there from the keyboard warrior himself, GR Faisal. And I do not mean that in the derogatory sense. He is literally using the keyboard to go through this fight. And now GM is down to losers. And we actually have figured out who our round 3 players are. Who are advancing. Sky, Orphan, Leo Shuri, and GR Faisal Singapore. Oh, and I believe we're actually jumping right now. There are no breaks happening as we speak. Let's go on. Once again, this is the NEOGEO World Tour Tournament. In case you just jumped in, we are at the Singapore stop and we are broadcasting to you live the KOF 14 tournament for Singapore. Winner gets to fly out to Hong Kong on August 25th, 26th for the finals for KOF 14. Grand ovation, a grandstand of a place. Brought to you by SNK. Venue and the spot brought to you by Retro DNA and Versus City. This is your host, Mr. Toffee from the Last King Podcast. Talking your way through because I'm very honored to actually be here. Thank you so much, SNK, for inviting me down to actually talk and actually go through, not for KOF 14. It's a really huge honor, especially under the official banner right here. I've been a huge KOF SNK fan. Not a pro player, obviously, but I'm more of a fan of the lore, the games, and all the different stuff that you guys have churned out since the 80s up till then. I can tell you right now, the nights I've actually spent playing Tutorial Star Sprites and Wolf Heroes, oh, very unhealthy amounts. And I still remember playing a lot of the Genesis and the Super Nintendo versions, sorry, the Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo versions of Samurai Showdown. Like, at the time, you couldn't actually render like the zoom in and out because it was so hard to do it on such minuscule technology. So the Super Nintendo had the scaled back version, while the Mega Drive version had the close-up version. So it depends on your playstyle. But if you really wanted the real deal for Samurai Showdown, you had to come down to the arcade to actually play it in all of its zooming, samurai, weapon-based glory. Now that is a series I want to see make a comeback. But here we are, actually celebrating the flagship title from NEOGEO / SNK, which is obviously the King of Fighters series. And we're now starting off with a bang with the KOF 14 games. Now we have Sky and Orphan fighting it out. While they have the button checks going on, yeah, I should actually remind you guys, Orphan's actually a pretty good player. We actually saw him actually fight through a lot earlier on, and Sky. Not even actually using his main characters, and he actually is fighting for the top. He actually really wants to fight for this. So for his first round in the stream, he actually was using his non-main characters. And as far as I've known, I believe his names are actually Haiden and Nut. Two of the top tier DLC characters are out right there. And I believe Sky is actually picking one of his mains, along with another welcome DLC character, Blue Mary, singing the blues right there. Is Orphan going to be singing the blues after Sky is done? Or will Orphan make Sky sing a different tune? Let's find out in the Neo Osaka Arena. In this NEOGEO World Tour Singapore Stop KOF 14 tournament. Alright, Blue Mary is actually blue in this regard. I think Sky getting a joke right there. And now we start off with like a little jump kick right there. Hard attack from Sky. Blue Mary right there. I wonder how much he has changed. Oh, he's about the same with a grappling hook, with a combo attack and a Rochambeau kind of style of fighting. Fun fact, Blue Mary has a gone. I think, I forgot what his name. I think it's actually named after her dead one. Going a lot of jumping right there. Blue Mary is all about the grappling. Not just the grapple, but also the combos, the star attack, the slide attack. It's actually decent attack as well too. Really cool to actually combo right there. Yeah, 29, 30, 31 hits, yo. 31 hits and Orphan is your dead. And KO down for the count. Now Shue is gone. Now Orphan is now down to Orphan. So Orphan is now down to Robert. One character down for Orphan, while Sky is still his point character, going for the sliding and whatnot. Okay, power arrow. At least I do feel that her VO in this game has improved compared to KOF 98 and KOF 11. Yes, 11. That's Whitey. That guy still has the Japanese position going on. Oh, and that crazy combo going on, going for that. High. Typhoon! There we go. Slam down to the ground for that KO. Goodness. And Sky is still down, still with his point character. Is this gonna be a OTG thing going on here? I think this is a sneak peek of what's to come if Sky proceeds to get all those wins. Going for the backbreaker right there. That's actually a combo from the attack as well. Oh, you got the spiral catch thing. Oh, that's a cross up right there. KG now down to next board. Going for the taser. Oh, sliding arrow right there with a combo. So you actually have to do an input after the spiral arrow, which is a part and parcel of Mary's attack. You actually can combo from one to another, provided it hits. Otherwise, that's a recovery thing right there. And that was a good demonstration of Sky using Blue Mary. Not his point character, mind you. Fighting against Orphan. Now Orphan may need to change his game up in the winner's semi-final. And I believe he will. He's going to be changing his characters. Or maybe his character order. We'll see. And as for rules in a double elimination match, winner has to stick with his characters, so stick to his picks. While the loser gets to actually pick whoever he wants to change things up and maybe change strategy.
Stage select.
And he has to stick to his order as well too. And let's go. And the NEOGEO World Tour Singapore Tournament is down to Sky, starting it off with the winner's semi-final against Orphan, with Sky in the lead. Now he's going to do a run attack, low hop, hard attack, trying to knock him back, whatnot. And trying to put the beat down on King right there. Ryo Sakazaki's hopefully future wife in the future. Yep, Blue Mary's doing the stuff down, putting King down in the corner. Man, those short hops, heavy attacks, it's easy. Good each too. It's just on par with my short hop heavy attack. You actually have to press both the heavy punch and heavy kick to pull it off in quick succession, mind you. So that takes a lot of muscle memory and jumping around. He's doing it consecutively, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Easy stuff. Luckily, King has a projectile to actually make things get some spacing out, but I don't think that's enough because Blue Mary, once he's in, he is in like Flynn. Oh, that's a good thing. Going right there, going for the Sunrise Road combo. Sky is coming this time. Oh, and that is one heavy attack from Sky's Blue Mary, showing us and showing the rest of the world watching this how it's done. So I know it's probably pretty late in the morning for you guys in America, in Europe, or maybe not so much Europe. But yeah, thanks for coming out and checking out this show. Check out this stream for the Singapore contenders, the Singapore qualifiers for at NEOGEO World Tour on Twitch. Go check it out right now. And if you want to find out more news, check out the NEOGEO World Tour at Twitter and Facebook as well. Go check out all the updates for the finals that's happening, as well as what's going on right now, since we are determining who will be the main man who's going to fly down to Hong Kong for the finals. So let's go. Sky is down to Hyder. Blue Mary's out for the count. Really cool stuff there. So I think we're going to see the power of one of the KOF gods. Going to show how it's done. More Stormbringers and then Moonset. Moonsize. I really like the names for the KOF style moves. Much cooler names. Oh, got more head attack. More orange attack. Oh man. Hyden is seeing orange with that one eye. More heavy attack. So coming in, just jumping in, trying to do a mix-up. Stormbringers all around. He's gonna find a way. He is gonna have to come in somehow. Oh, more something attack right there. Oh, more Stormbringers. And the low kick just to reach that hit right there. Now Orphan is down to one character. Yori, will he pull through? Because this is his last round. This could be his last round. But don't hold out for the... never lose hope for the new season. Don't lose hope for the new fighter. Guys coming in. Going for some death Stormbringer play. Trying to zone out. Trying to space out. See what's the best way to come in. Goes for the heavy attack. Knocks him back. Tries to put him in the corner so he can use all that meter, that max mode coming in. Oh, that slow attack. That's a very tricky attack. Whether you want to block or jump away from. And that hitbox is so big from the Stormbringer. And that is it. Sky advances forward. 2-0. Orphan goes to losers. That's really awesome stuff. And that was actually a really awesome display from Sky there, just showing off what he can do with Blue Mary, who's not even his main character for the most part. And actually showing off, giving us a sneak preview of the power of Hyder. Arguably one of the top characters for the DLC patch for KOF 14, alongside Notch and perhaps even Rock Howard and Vanessa. So let's go from there. And now we are down to Leo Shiori against ZR Faisal, the actual keyboard warrior. Represent, PC players, yo. They're probably most likely going to be picking the last characters from the last stream right there. So in case those of you missed out, this is the NEOGEO World Tour Singapore Stop Tournament where we determine who is going to advance and head to Hong Kong in the next month for the KOF 14 World Tour Tournament. Brought to you by, of course, SNK, the publishers and creators of this fine fighting game. Very complex, awesome fighting game. As well as the venue being sponsored by Retro DNA and Versus City. Retro DNA. Come down to the Facebook page for all your retro gaming, retro trading, and retro discussion, story sharing needs. All down in Singapore. And I believe we are going through some button checking right here. Button checking right now, or keyboard checking, or keystroke checking for VR Faisal's case. Yeah, switches checking. And don't forget, the NEOGEO World Tour tournament will still be ongoing even after today's tournaments are done. So please, share and spread the word over at NEOGEO World Tour. Hashtag on either Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or whichever social media platform is out. Because they're making a lot of these things, you know, crazy stuff. And I think we're getting way more people coming in this pilot hallways of the Versus City lot. Don't forget, if you're in Singapore right now, and if you want to check this live, okay, come down at 241 Bishan Street 22. That's 241 Bishan Street 22. Take a bus, take an MRT, come down here, support your local players, support your KOF, support your fandom. Come down here, check out the stage, and here we go. The tournament's going to start soon. And continue on with the winner. There's another section of the winners semi-final. Leo Shiori against VR Faisal. Are you serious? We're picking Xanadu. Okay. This is going to be an interesting match because I've heard so many bad things about one of the characters here. So for Leo Shiori, we got Whip, Hein, and Xanadu. And for the others, we'll find out later because I actually was surprised that Xanadu was picked. But we might see some crazy things happening here. So let's go. So VR Faisal will be starting at Yuri, and Leo Shiori will be starting at Xanadu. I don't think we've heard much about this character because he's such a pretty low tier. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe we got some little tricks coming up here. I mean, maybe he picked him because of the crazy eyes. He got those crazy eyes and crazy beard. Yeah. Oh, he's going for the tantrum. Temper tantrum, going for the cross up. Real punches right there. Or maybe he could actually be a really good January character. You know, got the shout, got the tantrum, going for a low kick, going for a low short hop. Oh, that's a very good reach for the hook right there. Oh, he's gonna capitalize right there. Oh, combo right there, the combo. Going for the shout, another shout. EX, making one a shout, spin on the hands and rockabye baby, crush and down. Oh, that's a lot of pressure. Huh. We might be seeing Xanadu in a different light now after seeing this play. And still not quite enough detail from all that temper tantrum stuff. Doesn't look like it doesn't look like the recovery is actually big for a tantrum attack. Or maybe Faisal wasn't sure when to actually punish him. Because there's also one trick you can use in the tournament. Pick a character no one uses, and hope for the best that they don't actually recognize the telltale signs of characters. Oh, it's got the uppercut right there, the uppercut tantrum. All you gotta do is see another really nice combo. Right there. Oh no, apparently not. Okay, and the Real Fury Xanadu got knocked down. Nope, nothing to do with the Olivia Newton-John show. Or even a dungeon game from the Falcon. Now we've got Hein, the butler, coming in. He's got some pretty nifty moves named after pieces of chess. So you're gonna see some low hits right there. Oh, trying to go for a dash. They actually read that. Oh, that's really bad. That's a heavy recovery from the DM right there. Oh, he goes for the one in front over there with the combo. Oh, he completely missed that. Or maybe he's actually just trying to close the gap there. Oh, actually got that air attack right now. Oh, goes for that. That's a really crazy big cut right there. Don't know when to block. More low hit. Actually, that vortex thing that Hein actually throws out actually brings his opponent closer. And he's gonna punish that whip uppercut right there. And that's the power of Hein right there. First in this actual tournament in Singapore. Probably see more of that happening, but this is actually the first time I've seen Xanadu being used. I'm still in shock and awe right now. You don't see that Gilbert being used that often. The crazy eyes and everything. And now we're down, we get to VR Faisal now using his second last character, anchor character, Robert right now. Let's see what kind of magic he can do with 3 bars. And strangely enough, I can see what Hein can pull off, as well as Whip, who is going to be Rio Fiori's anchor character. Once he's done, okay, now we get to see Whip now coming in from Leo Fiori's side. Hein's been put to his place, like the butler that he is. Now it's down to Whip and Robert. Whip there sporting the silver hair. A pretty unique look. I think she looks more like a Michelle Pfeiffer or something. There you got that fireball coming out from Whip as one of the EX moves. Got that combo going in. Is she gonna do another combo? Oh, she's gonna do a close right there. Oh, that's the regular attack, the forward roll punch. Goes in there. Oh, nice pullback right there. Leo Shuri is going to use Whip's reach for her advantage, and a fireball just caught Robert right there from a cross-up angle right there. And now Whip is at max force, trying to throw those fireballs. She can actually gain some ground while using her floating tool to get like that. And you got that combo right there, and attacker right there. Start swinging in like Tarzan on a very bad thing. Right down, planting Robert down to the ground, not like Robert planned. And that's one for Leo Shiori. With ZR's Faisal trying to figure out whether he can actually get through this esoteric choices that Leo Shiori has made with his three-man team. And here, this is actually the second time we're going to see official Xanadu play in the sanctioned SNK KOF 14 tournament, which honestly isn't that common given the guys' not really useful tools, but we're going to see Leo Shuri prove us all wrong right there with his death play. Got the shot going on, got the roll. Oh, got a low kick right there going on, jumping in again. Three jumps, 2 highs and 1 low jump going with the temper tantrum. More shots. Oh, this is a bad spot for Iori. This is not want to end up like the last time that Xanadu actually did a combo right there. Oh, going for more hits right there. For the lotus attack, did not actually capitalize. Oh, there's a more phantom thing going on. Actually, it's a knockdown when the last hit actually hit. And those hooks are crazy. Gotta block that, and you're gonna see a lot. Oh, actually, it's not a combo. Damn, or when she get to go to the attention and put him in the corner. Go for the Betty. Going for the sleeper hold. Literally a sleeper hold. Where he sings a little lullaby in your ears and then just crushes you, breaks you in half like the weakling that you are. Got a rockabye attack going on, going for more jump in. Try to go for a cross up. Not sure if he can actually pull through, but he got that tantrum thing going on. Combos like to got the cross up right there. Tantrum, and gonna go for another DM right there. So huge smash right there. Jesus, that headbutt. Damn, with that crazy headbutt. More tantrum stuff going on. Is he gonna combo? No. He is. Alright. More shouting. If you want to shout, throw my hand and shout, yo. And it's actually gonna zone him out with Iron Trigger, so Iron Shell. Oh, he's got the uppercut up right there. He's just waiting for it to jump in. Actually just waiting for a short hop. And Xanadu is actually Xanadu might be a good character in the right hands, obviously. He's still a pretty tough character too. And more pokes and more tantrum attacks from Xanadu right there. Leo Shiori pushing Xanadu to good use, trying to prove the tier 4 is wrong. Oh, and yeah, focus is coming to the team. Now Robert is actually going to drop him down right there.
Great finish.
But then again, Xanadu is at pretty low health, so it's only expected that Robert, it's only expected that ZR Faisal try to capitalize on the meter that he has. And now Robert is 0 meter. That is a dangerous spot because Hines can just end his life right there with a well-placed mix-up and combo right there with Hines. Right, more low attacks. More vortex, yes, go on. Very unique attack from Hines right there. Actually pulls you much closer, which means more combo opportunity once the recovery is down. Oh, you got that lead right there. Very ambiguous attack. Oh, another one. We're going to see another mix-up. We're going to see a cross-up dash. Another cross-up dash, but actually Robert sees that. Going for the combo. Oh, no, he did not. He broke that up. I just want to go for the reset, but oh no, we're going to see a dead Robert soon. Oh, maybe not yet. I don't know what the heck happened right there. Good block right there. Oh, he's got to spend on block. Oh, he went for the uppercut. It was whiff, and Hein capitalized on that. That's 2 for Shiori right there. CR Faisal, I believe that's it. And Leo Shiori proceeds on to the next bracket for this tournament. And VR Faisal is down to the losers at this point in time. So now we are down to Sky and Leo Shiori, because Leo Shiori just advanced basically just a few minutes ago with that really crazy esoteric whip and Xanadu play. Would things turn out differently if he's fighting against the god of KOF in Singapore? Who knows? Let's find out in a few minutes. In the meantime, shout out to our sponsors and supporting partners: Versus City, Retro DNA, obviously SHA, Arcade Omega Works, Otaku Games, and TKO. Want to actually give a shout out to us? Let's do a hashtag thing for NEOGEO World Tour. That is hashtag NEOGEO World Tour. You can do that on the Facebook page, you can do it on Twitter, you can do it on Instagram, and you can do it on Twitch. It's crazy stuff right here. All this intensity and action. Yowza! Excuse me, I'm gonna have a little bit of sip right here. And of course, this is your host, Mr. Toffee from The Last King Podcast. So check us out on soundcloud.com, The Last King Podcast. Got some, if you want to check out some really awesome pop culture, video game, retro gaming talk, and even movie talk, we're your guys. We're the Southeast Asia Perennial Podcast. And with that, let's start off with the match against Sky and Leo Shiori. Oh, button check's going on. The official button check for Sky and Leo Shiori going on. We get to see the faces of our handsome folks fighting against each other for honor and glory, and the spot to actually go to Hong Kong for the finals in August. Also give shout outs to the retro gaming guys in Hong Kong who actually set this up. Mixer, cameras and all. Good stuff. Lovely stuff. Especially love the title card coming in. Like that, see? That's a lovely title card coming in. Special effects and all. So I'm gonna go for Sky and Leo Shiori. Let's pick the characters. Now the question for the KOF side for Sky is he gonna go all out? Oh, he sorta is. He's picking Hyden for now. And he's probably just gonna, he's going all in. He's actually picking Hyden and Nut, as I mentioned before earlier in the tournament. Those are his two main characters. So right now, he's now doing serious business at this point in time. And now for Leo Shiori's side, we've got Whip, King of Dinosaurs, and Nelson. Great crazy pick, especially King of Dinosaurs. He's actually one of the, not technically a new character, because as we all know, he's actually T-Zoc and Slash the Griffin from Mark of the Wolves, making his appearance as a heel in this KOF fighting game. I can see some notch in Nelson action. Boxer versus Magician. Magician versus Boxer. Let's go. Put it Magician right there. Little Red Riding Hood, not so little anymore, as he's dealing with the wolf that is Nelson right now. The wolf of boxing. The Brazilian wolf. Or Mexican, I'm not too sure. I did actually check the ethnicity of these guys. Of these pixel characters. But we'll see. Oh, that's a crazy cross up. 7, 8, 9, 12 hits from Sky right there, just showing off what is not capable of. A very high tier character, but also a very complex character to use too.
Player 1 wins.
I mean, I just blinked like this twice and I just apparently Leo Shiori's point character is dead. Now let's go. I got King of Dinosaurs trying to put the beat down on Sky's character right there. Oh, apparently not. That just acts like the raging storm right there. More combos right there. That's good. Getting some meter right there or doing some moves here. Oh, and that is a lot of life taken out for the King of Dinosaurs right there. Not just doing some more crossovers and crazy shenanigans. Jesus Christ, this is crazy. This feels like an execution than an actual match. Oh man, this is going back and forth. I'm seeing things you will not believe out of Star of Tachyon. Science and sorcery mixed together as dream and magic collide. And now we have Leo Fury with his last character, Whip. Let's see if this rolling works. Okay, apparently not. Oh, she's just coming in. Oh, it's all those Pac-Man goblin juice right there. More whipping action from Whip right here. Going for that, the EX. Bring back through. Oh no, is that going to hit? No, okay, probably not. And there you go. Then he's gonna eat it from that whiff, and his meter is gone. Down to 1, down to 2. More of that, to knock back to the wall bounce, and that's it. 1 round for Sky, 0 points for Leo Shuri. So what's gonna happen? Is Leo Shuri gonna change characters after seeing the craziness that is Sky and his Dutch spin? And that's his point character. It's crazy, dude, man. I mean, I've heard stories about Nuts, but never actually saw it, like, you know, for the first time, you know, in the driver's seat, you know. I've seen like some highlights here and there, but not an actual full match, and that is crazy stuff, you know. I believe we're just going through some rules and regulatory clarification for now. So right now, Leo Shuri can't change his characters because he's at the losing side for now. He actually lost that one match against Sky. So Sky has to stick with pick while Leo Shuri gets to pick different characters. So he goes for Kukui, Whip, and Athena, Asamiya, top star of the SNK world. Also moonlights as a goddess in that one game that's coming out for the SNK 40th collection coming out for the Nintendo Switch. Alright, and now we're down to the Hidden Fleets, which has arguably the best music for KOF 14. I actually like all the music in KOF 14, all good stuff. From Iori's theme to the Ikari Warriors theme as well, even the Osaka theme. To them, I know, just hold and do it together. Now we're down to the match, winners final, Sky and Leo Shuri. Point 1 for Sky, point 0 for Leo Shuri. Can he see through and go through with the shenanigans? One's a sorcerer of sand, one's a sorcerer of black magic, literal black magic with bangs and stuff. It's sporting a really nice mix too. I think the difference are really sporting. They're fashionably sensible. More hits right there, trying to go for the overhead, but actually Sky sees that coming and goes for the level 1 DM right there. All those Pac-Man coming out. The black Pac-Man coming out, yeah. And now Leo Shuri is down to his middle character, Athena. Let's go from there. Trying to pick out that hit, but actually went for the wall bounce. Going to go for a DM. Can he capitalize? Okay, maybe not. Okay, oh man, that is the wasted maximum right there. Alright, going for that Kukui move. More fireballs from Athena. I don't know if it's actually wise to do a Phoenix Arrow one time because I could react to that stuff. Oh, got some life down at the very least. Oh, went for the wall bounce again. Gonna take out almost half of his life right there. Almost half of Athena's life. Nope. Oh, he went for the uppercut straight away after recovery. At least he managed to knock his character down to a peg. So now Sky is down to his other main character, Hydra. Let's go from there. And with like 2 meter, I think he can pull off some magic right there. Just go for the Stormbringers. That's his game plan right there. Stormbringer, move in, and go for the kill. Just like a Ikari Warrior would. No Stormbringer right there. Jesus Christ, that is tough. It's tough to actually go for the reflector. Let's think about Athena. Don't forget, she can reflect all that stuff that Sky is throwing back in his face. Oh, going for that low, heavy attack going on. Low. Oh, went for the moonlight. There you go. Athena is down for the count, and Leo Shuri is down to his final anchor character, Whip. Should be it for Leo Shuri. We'll see how it goes. But never count out the best players yet. Going on right there. Crazy combo right there, the finger bang. And there we go. The Vortex, the Storm Vortex. And trying to take a page there from Gal. I think it's much clearer. And they got that whirlwind thing going on from Whip right there. One Soul Vortex out. Oh, going for that contra. No, didn't work. Oh, going for the max. Because with 3 half recovery, you gotta actually go to max. Okay, going for that explosion! The earrings! And grenade. Oh. That was a whiff uppercut, but still going for the finger bang again. Going for the ice shield. There's a low flash. Oh man, the uppercut actually got hit. And actually got hit through by the power of wind zoning attacks. And that is 2 for Sky. That is 2 for Sky. Oh, so I believe it's 2 because it's still the winner's final as we speak. So I believe it's still going on. So, yeah, that is points for Sky. Sky gets to move on to the grand finals because he's been winning the entire tournament since I started shoutcasting for this. And now Leo Shiori is down for losers round, so we're gonna just hang around for a bit, check out who is actually fighting at this point in time. So I believe we are going to be showing. Are we going to be showing the loser side at this point? Okay, we're going to be showing the loser side for now. So in the meantime, while everyone's all resting up and fighting, and while Sky is actually preparing for the finals, of course, we're just going to see how everything's going to pan out. Ryo Shiori is knocked down to losers round 5, which means that whoever wins in that particular round will get to fight in grand finals against the winner. So at this point in time, we have to determine who is going to fight Ryo Shiori at this point. So until we wait for the next 2 players to come up, I believe that is happening soon. I'm going to give a quick shout out to the NEOGEO World Tour Singapore stop. That is happening right now. Go check it out on Facebook for more updates. Check it out on Twitter, Instagram. I believe we're streaming this on Twitch and Facebook. Yeah, so check it out if you can. Thanks for joining in. We are actually being sponsored. Obviously, we are actually this is all not made possible. This is all made possible thanks to the glory and power that is SNK versus City, Retro DNA for actually pulling off all the location, everything is set up. Shout out to the Hong Kong Retro Gaming Group for also having the start and coming down all the way here to make sure that we get a Singapore representative to represent Singapore in the KOF 14 final this August. And a shout out to our supporting partners, Arcade Omega Works, Osaka Games, and TKO. So we want to share the love through the hashtag NEOGEO World Tour. Awesome stuff. Oops, sorry. And I can tell you, shoutcasting is no easy work. You gotta have the tenacity, you gotta have the voice work, and you also gotta have the stamina and fortitude, the virility, if you will, to actually keep this going on. Once again, this is your host, Mr. Toffee from the Last King Podcast. As much as I like films and as much as I like to talk about other video games, I also am very fond about talking about retro gaming, also on our podcast. You can check it out at soundcloud.com/LastKingPodcast. Check it out on soundcloud.com. So, the Last King Podcast. And now we're on to the show. Now we're on to Orphan and Sleeping God fighting in losers round 3. This will be the slew of fights that will determine who will face off against the losers, the very final losers bracket before the grand finals match. And here we go. Got some button checking going on at this point in time. Shout out to all Singapore, the KOF scene. Very, 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 very energetic at this point in time. Everyone's all waiting with bated breath. I mean, you can tell from this video right now that everyone's all very excited just watching to see all these legends, old and new. Even new legends being built to make sure that we get through. So now we have 2A, Robert Garcia, Iori Ajami for Orphan, and Love Heart Angel and Vanessa, sexy old Vanessa for Sleeping God. Real secret, that I'm going to share with everyone out in public. Andre, aka Sleeping God, is a fan of Vanessa. That's why he likes to use her a lot. He is, I believe, a pretty milfy looking boxer, if I say so myself. So, fans of the milf, let's go. I mean, you got characters moving for the young side, you got the middle side, you got the mature side, aka Vanessa. Now you got some Love Heart and 2A action going on right there. That's a really, really Swedish pop style color picked by Sleeping God right there for Love Heart. With the white and the pink. I mean, GTBCI, huh? GTBCI, Money, 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 money. A and Love fighting it out. Alright, got that combo going on. Ending up with that very special GM, level 1. Going for the overhead and the stomp. Right there. Oh, actually meant to do the evasive action. Going there, trying to get away, but no. Back in the corner to you, Mr. Millennial. The earphones and everything. Little poser. Go back to your Starbucks. Alright, dashing up the forward, dashing away from the air. Oh, going for the knockout punch right there with the red fist. Oh, going for the blowback again. Sending that meter just to get them out. We can actually get some meter out from Love Heart right there. Going for that really cool overhead move right there. And that's one character down for Orphan. Now it's going to go down to Robert. Now, the thing is, Andre himself, Sleeping God, he's actually very familiar with Robert. So you can see a lot of crazy things going on here. Not only that, but you can actually find out some counters on how to actually deal with Robert. Going for the grab right there, down to the ground, face plant, Robert plant, face plant. Going for that handshake and the combo. And, I mean, even though that move is still kind of powerful, it's been missed a little bit, but still kind of powerful. So still a go-to staple for Love Heart. And he's down for the count. Orphan took down Sleeping God, Love Heart. So Pirates are out this season. Now we're going to go with Wrestlers. Wrestlers are in now, right now. The same color scheme. Einhill, because he's Mexican in this game floor. So yeah, you're going to see some wrestling action from Einhill there, from Frequency of Sleeping God. Now back in the corner, not sure how he's going to get in because, oh, we got to go for that counter right there. Oh yeah, there we go. If you smell what the Einhill is cooking right there. Oh, and that's going to be a lot of meter burn right there. That's a lot of damage from Robert right there. Going for that little pose right there before dealing the final blow. Oh, and that's a little hard punch right there. Actually seeing, telegraphing that roll. Orphan's really pushing it out right there. And now we're down to Sleeping God's last character, her anchor character, Vanessa. Let's see what punching stuff that she can do. So it's going to be the Shokugan versus boxing. Sexy boxing, if you will. And I like to give Vanessa credit. She dresses up less of the some of the characters in this game. So there's that. And we got that EX max mode right there from Robert. Trying to capitalize, but it's too late. Going for the uppercut. She's actually trying to fish for an uppercut right here. After the capital. 1, 2, punch, go. Low hit right there, dashing in, trying to capitalize, going for a reset. But Robert just really knows how to space out more attacks here and there. More hard kicks, more hard attacks, more hard attacks. Jumping in, trying to go capitalize on that. You need to wait out for the max mode, but if you got broken, go for the uppercut right there, and that's 1 point for Orphan. 1 point for Orphan right there. With his very deft Robert and Shine play. Robert sporting the keto mustache. Hopefully that is his thing. Hopefully, I don't think there's going to be a patch to remove that because it actually makes him look not that dash like Kevin. But that's just true. So now Sleeping God has to actually pick different characters right now since we're at the losing side. So don't forget, if you actually lose from one side of the tournament, you get the chance to either continue on with the characters or choose new characters. And different orders. Alright, getting a little bit of water right there. So Orphan is still sticking in the same pick, while Sleeping God is sticking between Robert, Rock, and K-Dash. Your perennial great characters, your S and your A and your high tier characters for KOF 14. If you're not counting the women out, because the women are also really powerful. You've got Mai, you've got Love Heart, you've got Nakururu, you've got... Who else? Oh yeah, you've got Leona as well. Those four, and a few ones as well. Muimu is also a pretty good one as well. Got those red cards that you can't really get out from, or can't really come in too fast. Now we're down to Orphan and Sleeping God fighting with their staples, with your point characters, Tune A and K-Dash respectively. Going for that cross-up, not cross-up, but jump in right there. For a little punches, yep. Going for a dash punch. Tune A got his own dash punch, there's a much bigger fist right there. Go for the wall bomb. Is he going to see more cross-up shenanigans? Nope. Nope. Got that ice trigger going on. Wait for that super punch. Fucker punch! Ice trigger. More ice triggers right now. Let's go. More attack. There's punch to face right there. There's just a great fishing action and leg action going on from Shun A. And Shun A managed to take down K-Dash's offense right there. And now Sleeping God is down to Robert. Robert and Rock. And Robert's gonna be his middle character right now. With just one, okay, now he's just 2 bars left, so hopefully he gets capitalized on this. Oh, more Shun A action going on. So Saki speed. Just to hit actually at that last point after getting juggled. That's the thing about a KOF, your wall combos and everything has to be on point so that you can actually continue on and capitalize on this with the meter as well. That's where your max pull comes in. More uppercut right there. Oh, going for the super punch. Super punch. Oh, but Robin's not having any of that. Oh, actually got a throw out there. So now Sleeping God is down to his last character. We'll see how he can fare against Orphan. Because once he's down, he's out. Once the Sleeping God is done for, he's down for the count. Orphan will keep on forward in the tournament. Still in the loser's bracket. So it's going to be an arduous time for either of these gentlemen. Going for the hard pick. That's a trade for both. Oh man. I wonder if Beast is actually watching the background, giving a clap to his son. Or, you know, just clearing hands and all hands on shoulders. Hands crossed together. Watching in earnest, watching in the stern. Anyway, a two-way coming in. Going, trying to put them in the corner. Oh, he actually got through with an anti-air, the rising storm. Typically of his dad's move. Goes for the heavy attack. Oh, went for the overhead. Nope, they actually blocked in time. Oh, more crazy combos right there. Oh, went for the quick hop right there, and that's it for Sleeping God. He's eliminated from the tournament. Good fight, but not strong enough to withstand Orphan and his Team A claim. His point character, if you will. Great stuff right there. And actually further proving that Shun A, he's a great character to use in tournaments, but he's very, very hard to pull off, especially with the dashing and knowing when to actually pull off his hand moves, his hand, you know, attacks. I can't actually add the word job because it sounds really bad, and I'm actually in a family-friendly stream, so can't use job anywhere with the words I've used. Alright, we've got a couple more matches going on, so stay tuned. You are tuning in to the NEOGEO World Tour Singapore Stop KOF 14 tournament. I must say, this tournament has been going on really smoothly as of late. Really good stuff. Get to actually learn something. You guys, you get to watch it, whether you're in a different time zone at night or daytime, you get to see some KOF 14 grandstanding, high-level play going on right here. Really great stuff. If you guys are local and watching it right now, you guys should be proud to see how Singapore can pull through with your KOF fighting game players right here. And of course, we're featuring one and only, of course, Sky, one of the really top tier players in Singapore for KOF. We also got a couple too, but none is as prominent as Sky because he actually can rival together with Jen. They're actually practice buddies back in the day, back in the FTC days. Don't mind the silence, I'm just actually taking a break until the actual fight starts, so hope you can enjoy this a bit while we go on. So. Anyway, sorry about that. Before we take a really short break, just want to mention, yeah, so this is actually sponsored by SNK. Versus City actually left us the venue. Has Retro JNA, the one-stop for retro gaming in Singapore, whether it's for community building or trading. And of course, SNK for providing us with the game itself, KOF 14. Shout out again to our retro gaming Hong Kong buddies from Hong Kong. Check, you know, with the equipment and everything, and setting up the stream. All this won't be possible with these guys, so again, Arcade Works, Lucky Games, PKO, all supporting partners, we cherish them and thank you so much. We're gonna take a short break right now until the actual losers bracket starts, so don't go anywhere, we'll be right back after these short break. Okay, and we are back. We just watched a tournament off screen. This is the NEOGEO World Tour Singapore stop, brought to you by SNK versus City, Retro DNA, and of course the SNK itself. I don't see SNK again. Right? I just need a break. I just need a break to actually just cool off from all the excitement and the craziness that's going on. I'm your host, Mr. Toffee from the Last King Podcast. Check us out on SoundCloud.com, and we are here to witness the losers brackets for the last few losers brackets fights before we can determine who will face off against the Grandmaster, that is Sky. And right now we have Orphan and Zephyr doing some button checking just to make sure things are working on the side. Well, we've been seeing a lot of great play from these guys as of late. Orphan, Zephyr, yeah, good stuff all around. The hidden plays, and yeah, a lot more. Man, it's gonna be a crazy, crazy day, yeah. Shoutouts to NEOGEO, who are actually also going to release their mini NEOGEO console. This is actually a mini console where I can play all the old arcade hits like the KOF series, like the Samurai Showdown series, Circle Star Sprites, and a few others about the Last Blade series, and of course the Metal Slug series from part 1 to part 3, I believe. Anyway, point is, if you like the retro fix, come down to Retro DNA, check down versus City at 241 Beacon Street 22, and we are starting the match right now between Orphan and Zephyr, who are picking Shun A, Robert Garcia, and Io Yagami, and Leona, Kula Diamond, and Meister Nui. This is where the bets are off. We are actually close to the grand final, so we're going to see a lot of crazier plays than usual. You're going to see all of them, all these players actually not pulling all the stops, not going on a break. They're going to pick their mains, they're going to show off all the crazy combos they can do with their max goals and everything. And we're on Terry's classic stage from Fatal Fury between Shun A and Kula. And let's go! Oh no, I think there's a pause going on. I think there's a button slip. Oh, something's going on. So I guess we're continuing. We're going to continue to fight. Alright, let's go, let's fight. Don't let that little inconvenience bother anybody. Orphan and Zephyr at it. Let's go. Oh, going for the attack. Balancing the spin. Oh, but it's just countered by the fist. The fist from Orphan. There we go. Upshot right there. Got a little air combo right there. Going for the back dash, which is bait Kula with an uppercut. But of course, Zephyr is going to have none of that. Oh, going for the balancing spin. Again and again. Twice in a row. Low kick again. I got to see a combo right there. Jump hold. Uppercut again. Oh, okay, we got to see another mix-up right there. Going for a reset. Oh, we're just going forward to see what's going on. Oh, there we go. Super punch from Orphan. But that wasn't enough as Zephyr goes for a combo. Low hit puts a slide. And now Orphan is down one character. Orphan is down. Going for, as you can tell, Robert. And the real Singapore World Final. Not World Final, it's more Singapore. The Singapore style. There you go, low kicks all around. Zephyr got a little bit of life, so I reckon he's not spending meter. Let's just let him die, so let the other characters have to take over. Now Zephyr is down one character. Now down to Leona, who is actually pretty good with a lot of meter too. She's actually way improved compared to the other KOF games. Like, she's a viable character since 96. Like, she's pretty much OP in that game. And there's actually a lot of viable use for her earrings now, which was actually a move that was introduced in KOF 99. I go there with the Lancer attack, the Rush Lancer attack. Look for the combo right there, EX, extract. Yeah, I went for the grab but couldn't. He was actually missed the timing for that. You can actually land that. Going for the flash, attack, going for the slow, what's it, a low jump, pressure, right there. But Robert got out of the corner really well. Because there's always a fear of the uppercut. Oh, and Leona got her own uppercut too. Let the earrings do the work. Do a keep-away thing. Going for the slash. Going for the moonsault, but did not work. Oh, wants to kick that. Oh, they got hit to death with that kick attack from Robert right there. And now Orphan is down to... No, Zephyr is down to Mai. Alright. I got ninjas and army people fighting each other, teaming up for a common fight against Rich. There we go. Oh, going for more fireball attack. So I went back for it, went back. Let's see what it can do. Go for the fan. Oh, and that's something they can capitalize with that uppercut right there, the combo. Went for her Fury DM right there. Level 2 DM right there. You can tell it's a level 2 because of the cinematic close-up that you do, the camera pans onto. Now it's down to Iori and Ninja Mai right there. The sleek versus the sexy. Let's go. Red hair versus brown hair. Both with the same color scheme, can't think of it, like both are wearing white and with patch red going on. Oh, and there we go. Hidden matches combined. Right there. Gonna do the follow-up? Oh, we are going for the follow-up. There we go. And that's a bloodletting right there from Iori's side. And that is 1 point for Orphan. Yeah. 1 point for Orphan. And now we're going to see another playthrough again. Both characters are using the same characters, I believe. Yep, same characters right there. Orphan on the left, Zephyr on the right. Team A and Kula, let's go and fight. Millennial versus a young kid, childlike kid. Let's see how that goes. I wonder how good this is. Like, they don't actually come off when it's actually fighting or being knocked down and stuff. I don't know what brand of earphones these are. Hit it. Yeah. There we go. Upcut whip. But didn't have life in that. It was too fast. And then for the super punch, after that combo. Right there. Kula goes to the ballerina, goes for the combo right there, uppercut, and let's see what she does. Actually do an evasion. Right there. Going for a roll. More ballerina thing. Oh, and that was a max mode that did not capitalize, did not combo from there, so that was a little risky right there. And Team A gets 1 point out Kula. Now it's down to Leona for Zephyr. What else is on fire right here? Once again, you're tuning into the NEOGEO World Tour Singapore Stop, where you get the best of Singapore fight out in the KOF 14 tournament. Winner gets to go to the KOF finals, KOF 14 finals in August. So you can see from 26. Alright, there we go. All that cross-up, all that combo going on. Team A actually making short work of Zephyr's second character. With a lot of death combos here and there, putting in the corner, all those redneck suckers watching, or enjoying all that action from the Orient. And now Zephyr is down to his point character, his anchor character, Mai. Not sure what to do though. Because Shinji seems to be doing a great job at just snuffing them out with just one of the meter he has. But so does Zephyr. Zephyr has a lot of meter he's sitting on, so he really gotta do something with that. But it's really hard with all these offensive attacks from Zephyr, from Orphan. Team A is putting out all the stops, and Mai is a pretty good offensive character, so I don't know what he's doing wrong. Maybe bad timing, it's probably nerves, not sure about the timing. But in any case, he's got that meter up, and he's got a super punch out, and that is it. Orphan gets 2. Yes. I believe that is it. Zephyr is kicked out, unfortunately. Yeah, it's down to 2. Yep, losers round 4 is done, and Orphan proceeds to the last losers round. Good job, Zephyr, but unfortunately that wasn't enough to get rid of Orphan's very amazing offensive play. Like seriously, you see a lot of top tier players, but man, this is like crazy level, you know, in Singapore at the very least. You don't see that much action going on in Singapore KOF, but when you see it happening, wow, you learn a lot of things. And now we're down to our last few players for this prestigious tournament for KOF 14, Leo Shiori and Orphan. So I believe we're gonna go through some little talks here and there. We're gonna do some button checking here and then. So, let's see. We've got more sponsors here now. NEOGEO World Tour Tournaments in Singapore. Oh, I think we're gonna be waiting for a bit because there's been a few technical difficulties for now, so just have to pause right here. We're gonna get into some action in a few minutes. In the meantime, do check us out on Versus City on the Facebook, Retro DNA on Facebook as well. We're all on Facebook, all of the Facebook social media world as we speak. And want to check out more NEOGEO World Tour action from the previous tournaments and even this archive tournament, do check us out on NEOGEO World Tour on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, and YouTube as well. Brought to you by SNK themselves, who are celebrating their 40th anniversary the only way they know how, through the magic of fighting games. Fighting games, because there's no other way to resolve conflict, because war sucks. And of course, Singapore itself plays home to Versus City and Retro DNA, the one stop for retro gaming and arcade gaming in the rural area, in the haven of Bishan. Oh, we're actually starting right now. Oh, okay, let's start. Alright, so we're done with technical difficulties, and now it's down to Leo Fury and Orphan fighting each other. Now it's down to both. Wow, Leo Fury is getting worked up by Orphan right now. Both with their awesome shoot A plays. You can see who is the best warrior right here, who has the best hands, basically. And it turns out that Orphan has the best hands for this particular job. So now we're off to Nelson, who's being used by Leo Fury right now, with Whip as an anchor character. You can see some more magical stuff from Nelson, but I'm not sure how this matchup plays out, because Team A seems to be at the top of the game right now. So there's all the punching right there, all the mix-ups. Jesus Christ, don't know which way to block, left, right, which way do you go, come on. This boxer run for his money right there. Mike Tyson needs to get cyber implants so he can be like Nelson right here. Okay, more metallic punches. There we go, got the super punch done. Leo Fury getting some HP, getting kicked out. Orphan, Leo Fury just one punch to get rid of Team A. Just one hit right there. It's down to a pixel. Oh, okay, there we go. Got like a little punch right there. Two hitters. Alright, and now Orphan is down to his second character. Now in the third round, Nelson versus Robert, Leo Fury versus Orphan respectively. There we go, he went for the super, went for the DM, but nothing works out. Didn't capitalize right there. More fireballs right there, more fireballs, low punches, low kick, going for the side kick. That's one thing he can combo from a short hop right there. More low kick action right there. And Orphan is down, Leo Fury is down for the count. Now it's down to his zoning character, Whip. Wonder how much victory you can actually build from there. Because at the end of the day, your general rule is you kind of want to save meters for your last character. Every character you actually get one extra meter from 3 to 5. So, yeah. Now all Whip has to do is to make sure to actually get in. But it's going to be really tough, especially if a very offensive character like Robert. Got the 2-hit thing going down. You actually play it safe, get them zoning down pat. And try to reflect fireballs. The keyword being tried, because Robert is all in his face right there, all in Whip's face. Going for the combo, explosive grenades. Wait for that, and this is a jump in, cross up, and got those punches in, or whips in, I'm saying. Other combo. Now Orphan is down to his last character, Yuri, with a lot of meter, okay, at least some meters to spare, 2 meters. That can be enough if you actually get in. Yuri is actually one of the better characters, as he's always been in most fields. You can't go wrong with pure Yuri at the very least. But now the meta has sort of kind of changed it. Yep, that's Leo Fury going for the low hit right there. I wonder how much he can do. I wonder how much zoning he can do. Oh man, that's one throw. I think one more and that's it. Oh no, oh and that's it. Very sick dodging and meter burning right there from Orphan. With the 2 eyes and everything. What a waste of time. Now Leo Fury is actually going to go through a character selection trick. He's going to go for his other mixed-up characters. Kukri, he has dinosaurs, and Whip. There we go. Leo Fury going through a character change. Bayu gets Orphan, so have the same selection as Team A, Robert and Yuri. It's gonna be interesting considering that Kukri himself has a lot of crazy teleportation stand magic to confuse people. So unless you fought against a Kukri player a lot, you can't tell when is it safe to press buttons or not. When is it safe? You got the 2 pulls right there coming in. Rainbow tap. Oh, more dashing in. Kukri coming in. Oh, it's not in a good spot right now. He needs to actually put him in the corner or in the middle. because this is actually Shin A's best spot right now. Well, Shin A's best spot is always in the air, because his dashing and his air hand attack are always very useful from the technical offside. I got that mixer, got the overhead and the sand. Sand teleport. Got that Maxwell coming in, got enough health out, so everyone's at a standstill. Both players are in health, and then now all it takes is one single attack from Orphan. And that's it for Kukuri. Right. Leo Shuri's gonna make some magic work with this guy. Now, I think the Dinosaur is a very slow character, but still very plausible, especially when it comes to the damage output of the meter. Gotta do some zoning here, gotta do some quickly. Because this A is a fast character now I think about it, with their dancing. Oh. Ooh, there we go. Snap. Oh, goes in the grab, the armor and everything. And there we go. Like, unlike other fighting games, you can actually combo, do a simple attack combo and then actually tap to grab. Most characters like Shark and the Dinosaur can do that. So this opens up a lot of possibilities right there. And went for the wall throw, wall bounce. Went for the kickback right there. Sent some bar. Oh, that is crazy, and then we just went for the 1-2 hand punch button shot. And you're gonna do that throw on the ground, OTP attack, and that's 1-4. That's 1-4 Leo Fury right there. 1-4 Leo Fury.
Round 3. Ready?
And now it's got Robert on the side. On the head to pull off some things here. Yeah, see the power of the dinosaur. The king of dinosaurs. Fighting for what's right. Fighting against extinction. You don't want dinosaurs dying down, do we? Oh no. And the honest, I think is the best representation of dinosaurs, like the reptilian and the avian nature of dinosaurs. Oh, he's got a tail thing going on. Going for the zoning. Oh, it's gonna capitalize. He better prove it wrong. Go for the OTG. And goes for the grab. Oh, FP with grab. FP thought it was going to be on the ground, but nope. Orphan actually just pressed up all the way. Actually kind of saw that coming in a sense. Now Leo Story is down to one character. Is that point for Orphan? For that uppercut right there. Going for the whip. A low hit again. More whipping action right there. And he actually kicks out damage. Leo Fury for the win right there with the meter and the burning. Great stuff. Every player is finding a hard shot. So now Iori is now the last character for Orphan's side. He's still on the clear, even if he loses the match, he's still fine. And now he's got like 2 bars of meter, max mode right now. Really capitalized so much on it. Oh, actually cancelled that. Went for consider the combo right there. Goes to the Maiden Master, and that's a lot of life gone right there. Boom! Shaka Wakalaka. Go for the whip, knows that he hits low. Goes for the cross up, the patented Iori cross up, and that is it. That's 2 for Orphan and 0 for Leo Fury. I believe it's 2-0, that's correct. Yeah. Yep, Leo Fury is. Alright, now we're down to the finals. Yes.